I'm literally bursting with indignation. And I don't know how there can be human beings who adopt this kind of rhetoric, let alone say it out loud. Such absolutely despicable rhetoric. Because it turns out that now the Gaza flotilla has been attacked.
Oh,
Oh. Oh. We may like him to varying degrees, but honestly, he's not my favorite. But we're talking about 500 civilians from 44 different countries who have been attacked by some kind of drones, which are allegedly Israeli drones. But it's still unconfirmed where they came from. Either way, there are civilians in danger in the Gaza Strip who are experiencing a real situation that is being carried out by Israel. And on the other hand, there are other kinds of civilians who, with better or worse means, I don't care. They are doing what they can to try to draw the public's attention to this issue. The key point in all of this is that, apparently, in such an extremely delicate and difficult situation, especially in humanitarian terms, where I believe all of humanity should be united, well, there are people not only capable of taking this almost as a joke, but also of taking advantage of this issue, where they are attacking their own fellow citizens. For a moment, let's remember that there are also Spaniards going there to criticize the current government.
let's keep discussing the Flotilla heading to Gaza. It's my favorite series, the one with Barbie and Gaza. Well, they have supposedly been attacked by Israel. Because of course the Flotilla wants to enter blocked waters, which have a naval blockade, and into combat waters. So this happened to the Flotilla. Okay, look. No. As you can see, it missed and nothing happened. We're unsure why.
You see, absolutely nothing happened. Something hit, a bit of a bang, but, well then, once we've seen what was presented on one side by the flotilla participants themselves, I repeat, here, I think we should completely set aside the ideological issue. It's a humanitarian issue. There's a group of people who have basically organized themselves, or someone has organized them. I don't care. To try to get as much attention as possible. Above all, to try to break through the cordon. Indeed, the naval blockade that Israel has imposed in those waters. And basically, this is a matter of having as much guts as possible. I mean, we're going to go into those waters where Israel says they're going to bomb us. And what exactly is going to happen next? They are, in a sense, and actually in quite a literal sense, risking their lives, no matter how much fun they're having along the way, to try to help a population that is clearly going through a hard time. I think this man's reaction is incredible. What's next?
Israel offered to let you leave humanitarian aid at Ashkelon's port near Gaza. Because the option you want is to go into combat waters, right? Into waters under a naval blockade where entry is forbidden. And they've told you, Israel could easily sink you, or they could detain you and send you back, which is what they should do. However,
I'm not sure if they're referring to Israel sinking them. I repeat, to their own or this gentleman's fellow citizens, or send them back. Either way, we're talking on one hand about human dignity, and on the other hand, about the dignity of Spain as a country. Because what is being criticized here is not only the fact that something is being done, however little it may be, to help the civilians of the Gaza Strip, to contradict Israel, therefore, even if just a little, but also putting at risk what? International law, which Israel has already ignored countless times. Basically, this is being said just to go against the government of Pedro Sánchez. Yes, it's as simple as that. Of course, he doesn't care about the civilians in Gaza or his own fellow citizens who are on a ship that is allegedly being attacked by Israel. I mean, we're actually facing very serious events, whether we like the people on that ship or not. The truth is, they're putting their lives in danger, and also that they haven't exactly been helped by many countries around the world. A very important point is that in all those laughs and all those criticisms of the Spanish government, the person forgets to mention the fact that Italy and Giorgia Meloni, whom he loves so much, have actually done exactly the same thing. She has sent a military ship that will protect the citizens of Italy. But, well, it doesn't seem like that's very popular, nor does it help when expressing their ideological flames, nor does it benefit them ideologically. Let's just let it go.
Let them leave the aid, whatever you have, though I doubt you have anything. But anyway, the aid stays in this port and we take it to Gaza, okay? They refuse, saying they don't want to. They want to violate the space and enter combat waters. Just to get the photo, spoiler, they won't do it.
Simply to get the photo, not to break the naval blockade imposed by Israel. I mean, which part of that sentence isn't exactly clear to you?
To make the propaganda video, that's what they already have set up. They already have everything ready to make the propaganda video, handing out little packages to the Gazans. That's what they're going for because there is no blockade, okay? There is no humanitarian aid blockade. Israel opens corridors, and we've seen the Spanish government send aid by plane. What blockade? That one.
No blockade. And that's why a flotilla can't go to the Gaza Strip, basically because there is no blockade. I understand that the rest of the rational world realizes that this argument is like a fish biting itself. That's on one hand. On the other hand, the images of those open humanitarian corridors, and therefore, the population of the Gaza Strip is not lacking anything. They should have already gone around the whole world. And I think they literally speak for themselves. I mean, if you still have the nerve to say that these people don't need humanitarian aid, even if it's just for show, handing out little packages, which is also part of marketing and getting humanity's attention, about this cause, well, I just don't know where we're going to end up.
What blockade? That one.
Naval, son! It's a blockade. You've said it 4 times already. I mean...
In the end, imagine if Israel sinks the ship. What?
A joke.
Spain warns Israel of possible reprisals and international law violations. But what do you even warn Israel about, man? What are you going to warn Israel about? Israel, which has the best army in the world.
Well, I just can't let this go. Israel's best army in the world becomes a historic phrase. If this isn't loving Israel above all things, and therefore denying the obvious, right? In terms of the atrocities they're committing, are they directly laughing at people's misfortune? May God see it. But anyway, I'll just leave this about the Israeli army here.
They have the best secret services in the world. You are worthless.
Let me remind you that he's comparing that worthless thing to Israel, and that worthless thing is his country, Spain. So basically, what's happening here is that his fellow Spanish citizens are in danger. His country, which is Spain, decides to help them. The president, of course, is getting all the political gain he can out of this, but you're making it so easy for him. Yes, you, first of all. Because all you're doing is criticizing Sánchez above everything else. In the end, you make the rest of the people, who are at least somewhat rational, think that maybe he could actually be doing something right. They see you as sectarian and automatically start voting for Sánchez, which is good for Spain? Well, not necessarily. Unfortunately, he'll remain in power as long as he wants, mainly because you're his only opposition. It's just that I think that on the level of the people, and in this case I'm talking about the Spanish people, and on the level of the nation, and I'm talking about Spain, there is literally no greater misfortune than speaking against your own country in such extremely critical times. Whether it's Sánchez, Abascal, or Feijó doing it, I honestly don't care at all. Spain is standing up to Israel and is coming across as the country that's showing all the guts. It does, and a lot more. Basically, to stand up to a state that's doing what Spain is doing, Pedro Sánchez as well. But Spain, first of all, is currently gaining points internationally. But does that not matter to you? It almost seems like you would prefer Israel to sink the flotilla for your own fellow citizens to die. God forbid, just so you can say, see, we were right, and Sánchez was endangering who knows how many people. I mean, what you're doing right now is literally outrageous in every sense. But the worst part, in this case, is not even for us, for those of us here to defend the basic principles of humanity. Common sense. which now seems to be the least common of all senses for you. Is your only goal to get rid of Sanchez? But with these attitudes, it's not just against Pedro Sanchez, it's also against Spain. The only thing you achieve is that, election after election, facing those terrible right-wing spokespeople, you end up having Sanchez for a long time. You should be ashamed